Hey guys, how's it going? Tonight we're getting back onto the bus, but right now the carb from the orange bus is finishing up. This is not the carb. This is just the old roller wheel that I got from the junkyard. I was gonna try to see if it would free up. I don't believe so. That's a little warm. Little warm. And let's see if I can get this out without making a mess one-handed. Alright, so it did pretty good actually. This carb was really dirty. Turns out that it is not the stock carb. It is a Weber. Where's the markings at? It is a 32/36. I doubt you'll be able to read that since it's on wide angle. But it's a 32/36 DFAV Weber. It seems like it's a fairly popular carb to put on these. Bought the rebuild kit for it. It was like 56 bucks, I think. J-Bugs was the best place that I saw to get it. I'm sure there's better places, but I didn't do too much research on that. I could probably stick this in for a little bit longer. This was the second run that I did. I didn't want to put it in there and cook it for too long. This is my first time using the ultrasonic cleaner, so I figured I'd take it baby steps. I see a little bit of carbon still in there, so I'll stick it in again. I'll take a little brush and scrub around in those little small areas there, but for the most part, I mean, that thing cleaned up really nice. The bowl, it's pretty much clean. There may be a little bit of gunk still in the bottom. This barrel here, that has a lot of carbon buildup in there, so I'll definitely let that soak again, all the little parts there. But yeah, so I figured I'd show the little preview of the carb there. Really happy that I was able to get that bus running as easy as it did. Literally, it was 2 minutes. Filed the points on it and hooked the battery up, and it was ready to go. So tonight we're back on this monstrosity here, trying to finish up this repair. I got the old failed piece out. I found a guy local to me that was able to bend up a top hat that was the correct width. Me being the idiot that I am, didn't tell him to do it long enough. I can make it work. He gave me 2 of them, so I'll just weld them together and it'll be good. It might be even better to do it as 2 pieces anyway, especially for right here where those tubes run through. So for now, I already started working a little bit off camera, cleaning stuff up. My original plan was to put the top hat in first, so that way I could locate where everything else needs to go. But I forgot that the outrigger here, the jack point, runs in parallel to the, I don't know what that bottom section is called, the bigger top hat looking thing. So I've got the location here. I cleaned this up a little better. There's some pitting, but it's very, very shallow, so still plenty of good metal there. Cleaned up the bottom. I got the outrigger, got the holes drilled. I took some clamps, mocked it up in place. I went to the other side of the bus, looked at that side just to make sure that I was doing everything correct. So then, yeah, I guess all there is now is to put it back in place and to weld it. And then after that's done, before I even do the top hat, I can do this repair here, at least start the metal coming down. Actually, no, I could probably do the whole thing, because that butts up to the top hat. So I can have that done, put that top hat in place, and call it good. Then I can finish doing the building this section here. So this seems a little bit easier than the way that I was doing it. That is still a nightmare. I wish I could have gotten the entire piece, but just for shipping, it was going to be like $40 to $50 from the UK, if not more, because it's an oversized part. Never heard back from Alan Schofield, so it is what it is. If anything, I can go back to my metal guy and have him bend up a full-length piece. I doubt that I'm going to mess with that, mainly because these tubes, that big one, that's the shift tube. This one, I've still yet to even look underneath there to see what it is. It is the bane of my existence because makes it so I can't do this repair the correct way. It wiggles a little bit, but I can't make it move. I'm guessing it's welded in the back, but yeah, let me set this tripod up, figure out the best spot to put you to where you're not in my way. Actually, what I'll do, I'm going to put it back on jack stands, get this tire out of my way. It'll give me a little bit more room. Maybe y'all can sit off to the side here with the tire out of the way. So I will be back in just a moment. Well, the welds are not pretty at all. I meant to put one there, but I didn't drill a hole, so I'll have to do that. And then fill it in. But yeah, it's in. It's not very solid yet. Once the top hat goes on and once it's welded to this, then it'll sturdy it up. So I got to make sure that I push up on it when I go to put it in place. But yeah, she's in there. Now that it's in there, I'm gonna take and spray some paint on the inside there before I put the top hat on. Top hat repair is not happening tonight. It will happen in this video. It just won't happen for me tonight because it is already 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna call that good for tonight. Tomorrow I will come out and start assessing the top hat. Just as a idea, I do need to sit up here. I need to trim this a little bit, mainly just notch it because of this right here. I'll just mark where it is and put a little bit of a notch, so it's not going to fit in there perfect at the moment because of that, but and also because I need to cut it and trim it and all that. So but yeah, I think that is going to work great. that guy did a really good job. He's a cool little guy. He's I'd say probably 70s, 80s. He's got all the cool tools, the huge metal brakes, lathes, all that really cool stuff. And I had no idea that it was directly beside my work. I thought it was an abandoned building from the way that it looks. But yeah, he still does all the metal work. The metal brake that he has no computers. It's all old school, so he measured and did all of this without the assistance of computers, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think this is going to work out really good. Like I said, I need to notch or either trim this lip just a bit. It looks like, I mean, honestly, it looks like it would be pretty spot on. That thing back there. Can you see? There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. I'm not worried about that, other than just notching it to make it fit in there. So yeah, that was pretty good progress for tonight. Like I said, the welds are still garbage. Still learning on that part, but yeah, it's going good. I'm guessing next step will not be the top hat yet. It's going to be this wall. So I need to rebuild that there. It has to come down almost all the way, I believe. So this is going to be a little tricky. That light is killing you. I may make a straight cut along there just to make it a little bit easier on myself. I need to get that out of the way, so a little bit more grinding and cutting to do, but yeah, making progress. I'll be so glad to be finished with this section. This top hat has been kicking my ass. I've still got this top hat to put on, but that is going to be a cakewalk compared to this. Knock on metal. So yeah, I will see y'all in just a few minutes. Alright, back for the second day. That jack outrigger is in. I am going to put this one in now. I was thinking that I needed to do the bulge panel first, but I need to have the inner and middle rocker in place, because once I put the little square with the holes right there, I won't be able to access to weld the these pieces in here. So I keep jumping around. I just want to make sure that I do this the correct order. So I'm gonna get this put in place, and then we'll go from there. It is not a very good camera angle, but it will have to work. All right, so that is in there pretty good. I think I might need to do the front ones again because that thing, yeah, it moves quite a bit. This one, that's not going anywhere. So I did clean up the bottom of the top hat here, so I'll pop a couple welds underneath there, and then I need to put in place this top hat. So I'll clean that up and bring you back once I have cut and I'm ready to put the new piece in place. I got this piece here. It's one of the clocker home pieces that I bought, but got it to fit in there perfect. I put some of the copper primer on the bottom. It is a little bit, it's like a hair bigger. I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll be perfectly fine and it will do its job. I put a straight edge there just to make sure that I had it the right length. So I don't know if I should clean this up. Can you see what I see? I don't know if I should clean this up before. I'm guessing I probably should do it before the rocker repair. Also, I'm going to fix this before I do the rocker repair as well. I've got this whole section here, but I don't need that. I only need to fix this little square and then chop some out over here. So alright, so let me clean these welds up. I'll bring you back. Well, I'll call that good. Welds aren't beautiful, but it's good enough for me. So let's move on to this next spot. I need to make a little patch for that, and then I'll get this straight edge out of the way, and then we'll cut the rest of that metal out, patch that, and then we will move on to the inner and middle rocker panels. Alright, so got that little piece done. I'm sure you couldn't see much just because it's so far away, but now I need to weld in this little rectangle. Alright, so that's in there. Let me knock that back and get it ready for the next welds. Well, I'm happy with that. It's not beautiful. Once the seat's in here, you won't really see it anyway. There may be a pinhole right there that I'll have to fix. Alright, now let's move on to finishing up this repair here. I've got to do a bit more cutting and a little more patchwork. But yeah, making progress. Finally getting some metal welded in the bus. I've got the front and the rear jack outrigger in. This top hat. I did get that tube out, the pipe right here. I cut it. It was almost cut all the way through anyway, and going in and looking, there is a flex hose that goes to the brake booster, and then there's a flex hose back here. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the brakes. So since I've cut it in so many different spots, I'll just get another pipe and stick through there. That's the only thing that I know to do. But yeah, let's finish up this repair. Hey y'all, we're not recording, so you missed a little bit of bad welding and some grinding. So I've got a little bit of a hole to fill in there, and I've still got to fill in all along the side. It's going pretty good. It will connect, can you see? So it will connect like that. So I just need to finish tacking it up. So let's see if y'all can find a good spot to sit. Good enough? Works for me. Alright, so that turned out okay. I gotta do another hour's worth of grinding to knock all that horrible welding down. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that, because this panel here is welded to that, so I don't know if I can. I could probably go, yeah, I'll take the wheel off. I'm not gonna worry with it now. I might, I don't know. But yeah, I can just take the wheel off and weld that from the inside. I am not going to record myself grinding this. It's been plenty of grinding. So, yeah, that's going to be probably all for today. It is almost 5 o'clock now. This is not the end of the video, but it is the end of me doing work for today. Hey guys, it's a couple days later. I've, for the most part, finished this section up here. There's still some pinholes there, couple small pinholes, and then the big damage there. I am going to fix that from the inside of the wheel well, especially because of that welded piece on there. I think it'll be a little bit easier. So I'll get that from the inside, but I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. So now I think I'm going to clean up the top hat right here a little bit, and then get the inner and middle rocker panels welded together, and then put them in place, and hopefully get those welded in tonight. So let me get over to the outside of the bus, and we'll get those welded up. I've already ground away the spots for the spot welds, so pretty much it is ready to go in. Alright, so I've got it in, got it mocked up. I still need to come through and knock these welds back, make sure that they penetrated as good as they needed to. As far as the bulge panel area goes, everything is lining up there. The top hat is not in flat or flush because it's too long. I need to trim it, but just to get the idea. So after I put the metal on here that goes flush, I need to come in and make the little cross piece there just to make it look stock, I guess. I've got a couple more welds here to do. I don't know if I need to trim this back or not. It's like an overhang. I might actually have to, because yeah, the rocker panel, the outer rocker welds to this, so I've got to flush that, which I can knock that back quick when I do these welds here, because this piece comes down and attaches to the bottom. So yeah, so it's going pretty good. I've got to take this back out, clean up all the ends of the cross beams there. I guess I will have to come from the back side and spot weld the panel here to these cross beams. I guess. I would imagine so, because I had to I had to grind off the old welds from that. So I'm guessing that's how they did it. I'm fairly certain this is how it needs to go in. I am so excited to see this piece in here. Doing this repair has been a nightmare. Now that I've done it, when I have to go and do it for the orange bus, it's going to be a lot easier. The top hat, that was the main issue to begin with. I was thinking that I needed to have the top hat in to know where everything else would go. It was kind of the right thinking. And not really, no. Because after this goes in, then this lines up. I actually had to pull it this way a little ways to get it flush. So really I didn't have to wait on the top hat to do any of this, which kind of sucks, because I probably could have had this knocked out a little bit sooner. But yeah, let me go and grind back some of these welds, get this piece cleaned up, get these cleaned up, ready to be welded too. So I did have to go in and make a repair here. So this top hat was kind of angled up. So when I put a straight edge across all of these top hats and cross beams, this was way too high. So I had to go in, make a relief cut here, and then it flattened itself out. So I guess I didn't have it completely flush. I need to go back and weld it again. And then I've still got to weld it to the jack location there. So I'm glad that I caught that, and I'm glad that I checked that before I came in and welded all of this to it. So lucked out on that one. I mean, I guess it wouldn't have been bad to repair, and I actually would have caught the mistake when I went to put this piece in, because it wouldn't have sit flush back here. So I need to go back, weld this up. I doubt that I'll record this piece of welding just because I've already done it once. So what I'll do, I will clean up all of these and then bring you back when I start welding. Hey guys, back again for third day. I don't know what day it is. I've got the piece in place. I went back, worked on this a bit more. It had a lot left over from the old rocker pieces, so I took those off, got it cleaned up, welded up a little bit better. I could use a little bit more right around in there, but I can hit that after this is in place. I got my holes drilled for the spot welds, came through, cleaned this up, welded it. Did pretty good. Put some copper spray on it. One little pinhole there, but I can hit that after the piece is in place. So I'm guessing that I should drill holes in that and spot weld that to it. I've just got this clamped in place, so I can pop it back off, drill those holes, and then spot weld it. I don't know if I can even get the nozzle in there, to be honest. Not really, no. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's weld this thing in here. So I've got these here. I've got some on the front, and then I'll have to come on the inside and weld the cross beams to the inside of it. So yeah, let me set you up and get this knocked out. I'm gonna hit this front before I do the middle. There is one right there that I need to hit right beside the vice grips. There's no way that I'm going to be able to record that for you, so I'm just going to knock that out, and then I'll bring you back when I am on the inside. Well, I got one weld on each one. I don't know how much needs to be welded. I'll probably come along off camera and just zip a line on each side just to make sure. So I went on the inside and got the rest of that old top hat out of the way. So now I've got that all ready for the new top hat to go in. I also got this welded in place. Pretty sure that is ready to go now. Alright, so I got the top hat made, welded it together to make it the correct length, since I'm an idiot and told the guy the wrong length. It's all ready to go. I notched it where it needed to go in the middle there so it would slide in all the way. So I'm just gonna tack it across here. After I get that tacked in, I'll make sure that this is flush, and then I will fix it on this end. Well, one little pinhole, but that's pretty good. I will take it. So now, this is the piece that I made for fixing the bulge panel. I need to trim it and then it'll fit down in there. But I'm pretty sure this is where the top hat needs to be, so let's weld that in and knock that out. Alright, so that's welded. It's not pretty, like always, but it is in there. So now I need to trim up the piece right here, so that way it will slide all of the way down. So that way it'll slide all the way down and I can get you to look at what I'm looking at. That way I can start building this right here. Looks like all that I need to do is make it come down a little bit and go down basically all the way. Alright, so I've got the piece cut and I got the little butt weld clamps in there. I wish I could have fit one right here. So that's not... Yeah, I can just push in right there. So I'm gonna weld this in now. So I forgot to prep the metal. I still need to prep over there a little bit, but I've got this cleaned up enough to where I can put a tack in. So let's do that now. Alright, so y'all are in my way. I'm gonna finish this up and bring you back when I'm done. Alright, so that is in there. I probably should have drilled some holes along the bottom here on this panel to attach it to the top hat. I'm just gonna put little tacks there just to hold it in place. I still need to repair this here. There's a few pinholes in there, but hey, we've got metal on the bus, so I'm gonna take that as a win. I had a hard time with it. I thought that I'd cut out all the bad metal, but it just kept blowing through, so it took me quite a while to weld it up. Still a pretty decent sized hole there, but for the most part, I will take that. Next, we'll be making this piece here. That will not be in this video. This video is just about done. I still need to finish making this to fit in there. Let's try that again. Still need to finish making that to fit in there. That is a bit too long. I think it goes just about right there height wise, so still a little bit more to do, but I will take that as a win for today. So I'm gonna call that for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Glad to finally get some new metal in this bus, especially finishing up that top hat. But yeah, getting that top hat in there, that was a huge step. I'm so glad to be done with that thing. I think I'm gonna have to do it on the 75 Westy. Not looking forward to that, but I've done it once now, so I kind of have an idea of what to do. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. That will be finishing up the little square piece with the holes for the wax oil, and then I would like to get the bus out of the garage and sandblast the chassis. The only problem with that is I've stuck the wheels that were on the bus, or on this bus, onto the 75. So the wheels that are on here all look about like that, and they don't hold air. It has one good wheel on the back, but that is it. So I might run and try to find some just junk tires that somebody can stick on for me. They don't have to be roadworthy, they just need to be able to roll out of the garage. So yeah, I might do that over the weekend or something, who knows. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. As always, thanks for hanging out. See ya.